Anybody who's been exposed to an elephant at some level will feel that impact. I'm not sure that it can leave you untouched. It's an almost spiritual experience.
Poaching occurs all over South Africa. It's a daily event.
I wanted desperately to do something about the plight of elephants in the wild and rhinos being killed in the wild.
We wanted to make a difference. So we used some funds from our for-profit business, funded our non-profit business and started up. And we launched this initiative called the Elephant, Rhinos and People, ERP.
Rural communities surrounding elephants and rhinos in the wild are poverty-stricken for the most part, and they don't have choices. So resorting to poaching as a means of putting food on the table, these are not trophy hunters. These are people who are acting in the interests of survival, and I can understand that.
A dead rhino is worth way more than a live one. The average price of a rhino horn is about $80,000 per kilogram that they can fetch on the black market. If this continues at this rate, rhinos will be extinct in less than a decade.
I felt that we can and must do something about this. If you provide people with economic alternatives to the brutal act of poaching, they will stay away from that activity.
What we're doing is really alleviating poverty and putting long-term programs in place and educating people, and to a certain extent make them dependent on conserving the wildlife.
We're now using SAP technology itself as an enabler in the protection of elephants and rhinos in the wild through poverty alleviation.
So the way we leverage SAP Leonardo right now is that we have this IoT framework with the GPS devices.
We're using physical collars on elephants, using global positioning, satellite technology, where those positions are tracked on an ongoing basis. That information is coming back down into ultimately a HANA database.
This data is then uploaded to the cloud, and we have a SAP cloud platform for that, and we can exactly see where they are and follow them. I have it in my pocket right now and can show you exactly where elephants are at midnight in South Africa. The ERP Air Force is our air surveillance program where we're leveraging drones to have eye in the sky and look out for elephants and rhinos, and we track their whole positioning of how they move throughout the reserve. We have a number of documented cases, 20 plus, where we actually find people with the drone program that has led to some arrest, and we've used some of that footage for evidence. With SAP's technology, we haven't had a poaching incident. And there's no question that SAP's technology and the way we're using it saves elephants' lives on a daily basis. And there's a wealth of things that we'd still like to do and add on to SAP Leonardo in this IoT framework. You can just think of motion sensors and start determining moving patterns of elephants and using predictive analytics of where they could go next and take some preventative actions to do that.
The real uptick, I think, though, for the likes of SAP and SAP's clients and partner ecosystem, there are lessons to be learned that could be applied potentially into other industries that we're not even aware of right now.
Why do you do what you do, and why do you live your life? And I think a big part of it is to leave this a better place than we found it.